For years, I kept my story locked away. Schizoaffective disorder, a blend of schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, cast a long shadow over my life. The stigma surrounding mental illness felt suffocating. Sharing my truth seemed impossible, but silence only breeds shame. I realized that by embracing my story, I could help others feel less alone. Mental health challenges can be isolating. Reaching out for help is crucial. No one should suffer in silence. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not be okay. There is strength in vulnerability, and in sharing our stories, we chip away at the stigma that keeps so many trapped in darkness. This is my story. Before everything changed, life felt like it was moving forward on a clear path. I had a career that many would consider successful, working at KPMG for over 6 years, then moving on to a leadership role at Dilawri Group, overseeing millions of dollars. It was a time of growth, and on the outside, everything looked perfect. I was driven, focused, and working towards the next big goal. But beneath all that, something was happening inside of me that I couldn't explain, something I didn't want to admit. There was a growing sense of unease, a heaviness I couldn't shake. It started small, like a tiny crack in the foundation of everything I'd built. But that crack would eventually widen, and my world would tilt in ways I never saw coming. It started slowly at first, feelings of paranoia, like I was being watched, as if someone was after me. I couldn't pinpoint it, but I knew something was off. It wasn't just stress from work or family. It felt different, deeper, and harder to shake. Then the thoughts began to take over. I couldn't trust anyone, not even my closest family. I started feeling like I couldn't tell what was real anymore. My mind was twisting everything around me, and I began to lose control. I experienced my first psychotic episode while I was working. Fear became my constant companion. I was hospitalized, lost in a terrifying world of hallucinations and delusions. I was terrified. Would I ever live a normal life? Would I ever achieve my dreams? The years following my diagnosis were a blur of hospitalizations, medications, and therapy sessions. I felt lost in a labyrinth, searching desperately for an exit. The medications, while necessary, came with debilitating side effects. The stigma surrounding mental illness was a constant weight. I felt judged, misunderstood. Shame whispered in my ear, telling me to hide, to disappear. I withdrew from the world, isolating myself from friends and family. I struggled to accept my diagnosis. I didn't want to be defined by my illness. I wanted my life back, the life I had envisioned for myself. But the road to recovery was long and arduous. Even in the darkest of times, a flicker of hope remained. Deep down, I knew I wanted to fight for my life. I wanted to reclaim my narrative. This desire for a better life, however faint, became my guiding star. I began to understand that recovery was not a linear journey. There would be setbacks, moments of despair, but I also learned that even small victories deserved to be celebrated. Each day I woke up and chose to keep fighting was a victory in itself. I clung to the belief that things could get better. I started to believe in the power of resilience, in the possibility of healing, and slowly, painstakingly, I began to rebuild my life. Acceptance was a slow and difficult process, but it was also incredibly liberating. It took time, patience, and a lot of inner work to reach a place where I could look at myself in the mirror and feel a sense of peace. There were days when it felt impossible, when the weight of my illness seemed too heavy to bear. But gradually, I began to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I began to understand that my illness was a part of me, but it did not define me. I could live a full and meaningful life, even with schizoaffective disorder. This realization was a turning point. It allowed me to start rebuilding my life piece by piece. I found strength in the support of my friends and family, who stood by me through the toughest times. Their unwavering belief in me helped me believe in myself. I learned to challenge the negative self-talk that had become so ingrained. I practiced self-compassion, treating myself with the same kindness and understanding I would offer a friend. This was not easy. It required constant effort and mindfulness. This shift in perspective was transformative. It allowed me to focus on my strengths, on the aspects of my life that brought me joy. I began to celebrate small victories, recognizing that each step forward, no matter how small, was a triumph. Engaging in hobbies and activities I loved brought a sense of normalcy and happiness back into my life. These moments of joy became the building blocks of my new reality. I reconnected with my love of learning, immersing myself in books and intellectual pursuits. Reading became a sanctuary, a place where I could escape and explore new ideas. It reignited my curiosity and passion for knowledge. I also took up new studies, challenging myself to grow and expand my horizons. This intellectual engagement was not just a distraction, it was a vital part of my healing process. I rediscovered the simple pleasures in life, finding solace in nature and music. Walking through a forest or park, I felt a deep connection to the world around me. The beauty of nature provided a sense of calm and perspective. Music, too, became a source of comfort, its rhythms and melodies soothing my mind. These simple pleasures reminded me that life, despite its challenges, could still be beautiful and fulfilling. Routine became my anchor in the storm of my illness. When everything else felt chaotic and unpredictable, having a set routine gave me something to hold on to. It was like a lifeline, pulling me through the roughest days. I started small, with simple tasks like having a cup of coffee at the same time each morning. These small actions built a foundation of stability. Establishing structure in my day provided a sense of stability and control. I began to use Calendly to map out my days, scheduling time for work, rest, and self-care. This structure helped me to manage my time more effectively and reduce the overwhelming feeling of having too much to do. Organizing my workspace also played a crucial role in maintaining this sense of order. A tidy space led to a clearer mind. I prioritized sleep, exercise, and healthy eating, recognizing that these were the pillars of my physical and mental health. I made sure to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, understanding that rest was essential for recovery. Regular exercise became a non-negotiable part of my routine. Preparing healthy meals was another way I took care of myself, ensuring that my body had the nutrients it needed to function optimally. Understanding the profound impact these habits had on my mental well-being. Eating balanced meals not only nourished my body, but also lifted my spirits. I began to see food as medicine, something that could heal and energize me. Medication continued to play a crucial role in managing my symptoms. I was diligent about taking my medication as prescribed, understanding that it was a key component of my treatment plan. Each pill was a step towards stability, helping to balance the chemicals in my brain and reduce the severity of my symptoms. I worked closely with my psychiatrist to find the right medication regimen, one that balanced effectiveness with minimal side effects. This process required patience and open communication. We discussed my progress regularly, adjusting dosages and trying different medications until we found the right fit. It was a collaborative effort, and I felt supported knowing that my psychiatrist was committed to finding the best solution for me, one that balanced effectiveness with minimal side effects. This balance was crucial because it allowed me to function day to day without being overwhelmed by side effects. It was a delicate dance, but one that made a significant difference in my quality of life. Over time, I noticed a significant reduction in my anxiety levels. I felt more grounded, more in control of my emotions. The inner peace I cultivated through these practices became a cornerstone of my mental health. Each day became a step forward, a testament to the power of perseverance. I celebrated small victories, like waking up feeling rested or completing a task I'd been putting off. These achievements, no matter how small, were milestones in my journey. They reminded me of my strength and resilience. My family became my pillars of strength, offering unwavering support and encouragement. They were there to lift me up when I was down, to celebrate my successes, and to provide a shoulder to cry on during tough times. Their presence was a constant reminder that I was not alone in my journey. Thank you for listening to my story. If you're struggling with mental health or just need to hear that you're not alone, please reach out. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear it. Together, we can break the stigma and keep moving forward one step at a time.